Right. He's like, I leave you guys and you immediately do all the shit that you are not supposed to do right off the bat.
He gets defensive at this point because he's like, dude, you didn't tell me your fucking plan. I came here and I had to figure some shit out. So I figured some shit out.
Yeah, I rolled with it.
And I'm not going to tell you what the fuck Shota told me either. Just so you know.
My business.
Yeah.
It was weird how, like, okay, I have 2 points. It was weird at first how harsh he was with Zedd. But at the same time, you're talking about Shota turning into his mom, and that could be very personal. Like, it is very personal. And so you could kind of see where Richard's coming from.
No, yeah, I think so. But I also feel like not only is Zedd probably the only person he's going to talk to who's going to sympathize with him about, like, he knew his mom, I think, right? Well, I think that at the very least he's known Richard forever, so he would sympathize with him.
Yeah.
Like, you would want to tell him. And on top of that, I feel like you should just fucking tell people. This is numerous times in this book. Like, dude, don't hold shit in.
Yeah. Fucking tell him.
For real. Like, he might not be able to help, but what if he can? What if you're fucking everything up by not telling him? Not prepping everybody for the situations. Well, Zedd, at this point, he's like, you know what? My fucking plan was to handle this myself. I wasn't even going to see Rahl. I wasn't going to let you guys see Rahl. I was going to get my book. Because I own this super cool book called The Book of Counted Shadows, and it knows everything about the boxes.
Yeah, it's the instruction manual.
Yeah, I was going to go grab it. I was going to, destroy that shit, and, everything's going to be cool then. But it wasn't there at the keep. But
right.
I went.
That's the scene that we saw when he was, going through the tattered city. That was Aidendrill.
Mm-hmm. And
he was at the Wizard's Keep, which had just been ransacked.
Right. And he tells Kahlan that it had been ransacked because she's like, oh, how's Aidendrill? Is it okay? And he's like, no, it's fallen. And she's all like, Pikachu shocked face. And let me tell you, that's not accurate, I don't think. Because she left Aidendrill with, like, nobody in charge. There was representatives from each of the lands there. Kahlan told Richard about Rahl coming and either converting them to his side or slaughtering them in front of everyone.
Oh.
That's when her and the wizards decided to get her over the boundary
fuck out of there.
to go find Zedd, and then they killed themselves. So who the fuck was supposed to be left to uphold the Midlands away from Rahl? Yeah, obviously the city was ransacked before she even left, is all I'm saying.
This should not have been a surprise.
She's kind of, Caitlin's she's a little sleepy right now, I think. She's just not fully awake this chapter. So what basically happened is Zedd had the book at the keep. Rahl came to the keep, probably when Kahlan was talking about all of the council people being, like, murdered or converted.
Mm-hmm.
And he broke into the keep. He took the book.
You got it.
Then he was, I don't know where, but he had the book being protected by a beast, a Shinga, I think.
Oh, yeah. Well, at first I thought maybe the dragon.
But the tooth came from the beast.
Right. And he still has the dragon, so it's not the dragon.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it was a different type of, like, underworld beast or some. Yeah, it was an underworld beast, I believe. That's why it was a weird tooth. That's why it protects him from the underworld people.
Right, exactly.
So he left the book behind the beast, and then Richard's dad somehow got information to go get the book behind the beast. And killed the beast?
I would assume he killed the beast because he had the tooth.
And got the tooth, and then got the proof of the tooth with Richard and tells him how to read the book.
Tooth is the proof.
Tooth is proof. So...
Tooth is the proof.
So Zedd believes that having the book wouldn't help him anyways from stopping Rahl. He was just trying to get it to prevent Rahl from having it, so things would be a little bit easier for everybody because Rahl wouldn't know which box to do, and he was kind of going to just be, like, randomly...
If he picks wrong, he dies, so at least he won't have the instruction manual if he does get the book.
What's that magician trick called with the cups? Ball in a cup.
Yeah.
He would just be ball in a box in it.
What's the trick with the balls and the cups and the cups and the balls?
Balls and the cups. So at this point, they discuss Milena having the box and how they're going to deal with Giller. Richard kind of floats a little bit of like a, what if Giller's not really guilty situation? And Kahlan doesn't really want to fucking hear it.
That's twice she's been wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, he did sell his services to a queen, but we kind of know now that it was so he could get the box out of her hands before Rahl gets it. So there was a good purpose behind it.
Yeah, I think this is like the second time that I've heard Kahlan like flat out after Richard said something that's like not only true, I mean, that we know to be true, but also logical, that she goes, that doesn't make sense. And I'm like, but it does though?
Right. It kind of reminds me of Boondock Saints when you have the, I think it's Detective Scally. He's like, what about one guy, 6 guns? And they all laugh at him. They're like, no, dude, that's not possible. And then it cuts to the scene where he keeps pulling the revolvers out of his jacket. It was just like that.
Yeah.
I feel good about that.
So Zedd confirms that Rahl's men are the ones that attacked Horner's Mill, Tarrytown.
Mm-hmm.
Rahl is following Wizard's first rule. Hey guys. That's the name of the book.
Oh, they said the thing.
He said the thing.
That's why I must become Superman 4.
Fortress of Solitude.
Oh, that's why they call it.
So, Wizard's first rule is that people are stupid.
Yes.
They will believe a lie because they want it to be true or are afraid it is. And then he says people are stupid like 5 more times.
Yeah, he really stresses the point. No, Richard, you got to understand. People, they're dumb as hell.
They're just real stupid, bud.
Real stupid.
Rahl knows this, and he's an evil fucker, so he's using it to his advantage as much as he possibly can.
Right.
This is the first rule, because apparently there's multiple rules of wizards. And by the way, nobody else is supposed to know them, but Zedd's telling everyone.
He's just giving them out free.
Because it is the most important rule, because people are stupid.
Unless that's what they want you to believe, because people are stupid. So maybe it's really the second rule, and the first rule is, I don't know where I'm going with this.
Well, Rahl has been using people to do his dirty work by spreading fear so that everyone is distracted, and he can just run right to the end zone with the boxes. Zedd tells Richard and Kahlan that he could kill them at any point if he wanted to. And Richard's like, well, why the fuck hasn't he yet then, if he could just fucking kill us? Zedd's like, well, you don't kill a whole room full of flies. You wait till the ones bite you to kill them. We haven't bit him. We're gonna fucking bite him.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Let's go bite him, but be aware that once we do, he's gonna be pissed.
Yeah. It's like slapping the bull. He will become aware and very angry.
Yes.
So, just so you know, this is not a guy to just lightly be fucked with. You're gonna need a good solid drink before you do that.
Oh, speaking of drink.
You see what I worked it into the story.
Yes.
Because I'm clever.
You know what I think that's called?
What's that?
Segue. Do you want to have a beer break?
It's a segue. Well, I'd love to have a beer.
Yay.
What are we drinking, JD?
Tonight we are drinking Owl Modelo from Beard's Brewery. I may have yelled that because it has Modelo in it.
Jade's new favorite animal.
I like dillos. I think they're fun. And this one can fly because it's also an owl. It's from Beard's Brewery. From Petoskey. Owl Modelo, the beer, not the weird hybrid wise but guarded spirit animal, features a light, clean malt base to deliver a delicious dose of mosaic hops to your taste buds. Pairs well with your need for a delicious IPA. I'm going to be honest, I don't normally have a need for an IPA.
Nope. But I
like dillos, so I'm a drink it.
What do you think?
I think it's okay for an IPA. That's going to be a slogan of mine. It's okay for an IPA. I will say, if you want Jade to like a beer or buy a beer and just like shrug her way through it, you can just put a cool animal on the front and it'll be fine. So, way to go, Beards.
Yeah, I like this one. It's kind of like a hazy. I think that's what you get with the malt base, but it's definitely fruity. And yeah, I dig it.
It's cool.
So I think we're going to get a refill and we'll be back right after this. And we are back, and just in time for Richard's watch. He's going to take the first watch of the night, which is, in my opinion, the best watch because you can stay up a little late, but then you get to sleep the most.
You get to wake up and start your day.
Yeah, wake up and start your day. If you're on third watch, you have to wake up super early to watch and then start your day. And second watch, it's totally fucked because you're waking up in the middle of sleeping, which I could never do.
And I mean, to Zedd's credit, he's the old man who just got with both of them, and he offered to take the second watch. I thought that was pretty cool. Because if I was Zedd, I wouldn't take it. I'd be like, fuck you, I'll take the first one.
Yeah, no, I could see Zedd being like a night owl and then wanting to sleep in. I could see Richard wanting third watch and just getting up early, or taking the second watch and being a gentleman about it.
Yeah, well, especially Zedd, especially too, because he just went on like a long walk. He's been walking.
Oh yeah, he's probably tired.
Yeah, he's an old dude. I don't know. It's weird. We don't know exactly what's been happening with Zedd. He's been doing a lot of shit.
Yeah. Well, Richard has some plans too, because he doesn't just sit and take his watch like he probably should. And he doesn't tell anybody that he's going to do this.
Yeah.
But he takes a walk during his watch, and he walks down to the river, and he throws away the tooth necklace.
Yeah. Real quick, I definitely think he should have been like, hey guys, before you pass out, I'm going to run and take a piss real quick. Just give me like 10, 15 minutes. I'll be right back.
Well, it's the same thing that we talked about when Kahlan decided she wanted to leave and then didn't leave and then didn't tell Richard that she was keeping watch. So he had to like keep watch for himself.
Right.
You know, he is out there in the woods, but not keeping watch over the camp. So they're not paying attention at all. And Richard is elsewhere.
What's even weirder too is Richard knows that there's something that's been following them, and he still leaves them sleeping to go walk to the river and chuck his tooth in the water, having this long contemplative moment about how if Zedd knew that he had the knowledge of the book inside him, he would force him to tell all of the knowledge inside the book to him out loud, because that makes sense. And then he would kill Kahlan.
Yeah, he would have to kill Kahlan because Darken Rahl would use Kahlan to verify that Richard has the right information, so Zedd would kill Kahlan to prevent any of that from happening.
That's what Richard is.
That's his train of thought right now.
Which is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, I don't think it would go down like that.
Zedd had literally just said, like a couple minutes before that he didn't even open the book because then the knowledge would be spread. I don't think his first reaction would be like, hey, Richard, spread the knowledge.
Yeah, tell me. No, he said he didn't even read it. He doesn't even want to know. He'd be like, cool, you know, keep your fucking mouth shut.
For real.
Don't tell anybody. Don't tell me. I don't want to know.
Yeah. I would kill you, but I need you. So, like, shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah. Simple.
Also, we're friends. So, like, I love you and stuff. But
yeah.
After Richard takes care of the tooth, he does actually take watch for a while. Surprise. And during his watch, he just hears that thing that's been following them murder a few things. He thinks it's on their side, so that's cool.
He's like, well, it hasn't come after us yet. I mean, it does say that Richard goes, well, it could just be waiting for the perfect moment. But it's killing other stuff in the woods, so it's not going to come after us tonight.
Well, hey, I left bait out for him for like a while earlier, and he didn't take it, so we should be cool.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he must have been out there in the woods with that thing for a little while.
Well, and he left his two sleeping friends while he went and threw the tooth in the water. So